Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today on 10th May at the time of Fajr, we have given a strong punch to our coward enemy. Alhamdulillah. Nare Takbir, Allahu Akbar.
Last few hours, there have been repeated violations of the understanding arrived at earlier this evening between the Directors General of Military Operations of India and Pakistan. This is a breach of the understanding arrived at earlier today. The armed forces are giving an adequate and appropriate response to these violations, and we take very, very serious notice of these violations. We call upon Pakistan to take appropriate steps to address these violations and deal with the situation with seriousness and responsibility. The armed forces are maintaining a strong vigil on the situation. They have been given instructions to deal strongly with any instances of a repetition of the violations of the borders along the international border as well as the line of control.
If the ceasefire holds, it's a very good and important thing certainly for the people of Kashmir, who have suffered the most, right? The level of violence directed at villages along that contested border has been very high. That's where you've seen the most casualties and deaths. And so it's very important for the people of the region that the shelling die down, that this conflict ends. But the stakes are much higher than that. This is, of course, a conflict between two nuclear armed states. The possibility of escalation was something that wasn't just important to India and Pakistan, but was important to all of their neighbors and really the whole world. Particularly from the perspective of the United States, seeing India being sucked into a conflict with a much smaller neighbor in Pakistan was not the kind of thing that Washington wanted to see. This is important to understand because India is seen here in Washington as a strategic partner of the United States, as a partner that may be useful to the United States to counterbalance the weight of China across Asia. So if India is otherwise distracted and engaged in a conflict with Pakistan, it will be much less capable of playing that role as strategic partner to the United States. And so there are broader geopolitical implications to this as well.
It's really an honor to see you, and you have been my friend for a long time, and congratulations on having done a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Both India and Pakistan right now have a lot of reasons to want a ceasefire because they are concerned about unintended escalation, about this particular conflict getting out of control. But a peace deal, neither side is particularly interested in that. That would mean an actual resolution of the underlying disputes of Kashmir and of broader issues as well. I mean, ultimately, I think Pakistan is concerned that India, its big neighbor, wants to boss it around, and that India has a worldview that Pakistan finds ultimately destabilizing to it. It simply doesn't accept that it should accept India's hegemony in the region. India, for its part, feels that Pakistan is a dangerous neighbor. It's been a source of terrorism for quite some time, and that India does not want to accept a world in which it has to suffer from that threat of terrorism from Pakistan. Neither of these types of problems are resolved by a ceasefire. It's more of just pushing pause on a much deeper conflict.